Okay, so the false card you have, your past, is the Star. Okay, so this is about hope. So you had hope, you had a lot of hope for something, for a situation, and you were alone in that hope, completely alone. This woman's alone. So a lot of people didn't believe, or they didn't have faith in you, but you had faith in yourself. That's what I'm seeing. It's a very difficult situation. I don't know if this is going to make any sense. I'm going to try and explain this to you. So it looked really, really bad from people looking in on the outside. It looked quite bad, quite dire actually. It didn't look that bad to you because you had a plan and you had hope, which is what I'm seeing with this Star. So yeah, of course, when you want to change a situation, of course you need to be realistic. You were realistic, but people didn't see that. You need to see the problem for what it is before you can change it. But you also have to have a positive attitude. You have to be able to focus on the positives, because what you focus on becomes bigger. And you knew that. You knew that. And I also think it wasn't as bad as other people were making it out to be. So I actually think you had control over this, and you still do, because I think you're still kind of battling with this right now. Yeah, so I think you are. Just be a little bit careful, because I am seeing a lot of people around you saying, no, you can't do that, no, that's wrong, just give up, this is terrible, this is bad. A lot of that, and it's really kind of dragging you down. So, I'm not saying you have to close yourself off from people. I'm not saying that. But some people might actually be reveling in this, enjoying this. I don't mean they enjoy seeing you in a bad situation. I don't mean that at all. I'm just seeing people sort of constantly saying things to you, like, asking you things like, oh, have you sorted that out yet? What's happening with that? Any progress? That, all of that kind of thing. It's almost like they enjoy this drama. And a lot of people do that because, they don't like to kind of face what's going on with them. So they like to kind of look at other people's drama and they kind of think about that. This is your life. It's not a drama. It's not free entertainment. This is your life. I don't think they're trying to do that on purpose, but they might not, or they might be, I don't know. But if this is all resonating with you, all of this thing is just upping the tension. Every time someone asks you, have you done this yet? Have you done this yet? Any progress? What's happening? It's kind of making it all stressful and dramatic. So just be careful of who you speak to about this. Again, you will get out of this. I'm with you on this. You'll get out of this. You know how to do that. You have a plan. Sometimes you waver. You're not always 100% faithful in this, but you do mostly have faith in this. But I think the more you have these people around you, the less you believe in this. So focus on your plan. Try not to talk too much about this to other people. Keep your mind as positive as you can, and then you'll be able to do this. And I think you know that. It's like you're alone with this faith. That's what I'm seeing. All right, so the next card you have, your past, is the Knight of Pentacles. Okay, so I think you might be waiting for something to come in. So you've got this plan to get out of this situation or to move forward from this situation, but you have to wait for something to come in first. So, again, I don't think this is bad as some people around you are making this out to be. There's something you're waiting for. It's money related. This is Pentacles. It's going to come in. Other people are probably doubtful once again, but you're not doubtful. And I also think there are a lot of things that you're not telling people as well, which is a good thing actually. The biggest thing I'm seeing in this whole thing is you have this plan. You know what you're doing. You know what the outcome's going to be. You know what you need to do. You're waiting on this one thing to come in, which is either money or it's material. It's going to take a while to come in. This is the Knight of Pentacles, so it's a slow card, but it is going to come in. That's what I'm seeing. I'm with you. I think this is absolutely going to come in. So, if you do actually have faith in this, if your instincts are all telling you, don't lie to yourself. If your instincts are telling you that, stick with this. Absolutely stick with this. So the last card you have, your past, is the Five of Swords. Okay, I keep on seeing the same situation. Again, you know, look at these two men walking away. So people are saying, give up, walk away. You're not going to do that, I don't think. I think you are going to stick with this. You're not going to take any easy way outs here. Easy ways out, I should say. So, you know, again, I think you know that if you just hold on to this, if you keep on going, if you focus, you'll get there. That's what your instincts are telling you. So if this is resonating, I know this is quite a kind of a strange reading, but this is what I'm seeing here. Follow your instincts, stick to this plan. You might want to check up on something. I think there's something that's stuck here. It's kind of stuck. Something's being held up. It's not moving properly. It might be official, might be something that's kind of you're waiting on for someone to kind of give you the answer for. You might have to make some phone calls, I think. That's what I'm seeing. Call someone about this. It's someone official, an office or something. And if you do that, that might speed up this process for you, because I'm seeing something sitting there waiting. It's like a paper or a document. It's sitting there somewhere, you know, somewhere on a desk or something. And something just needs to kind of push this forward. And I think if you hurry this up, if you talk to someone, that might push this through a little bit faster for you. So I hope that makes sense to you. So the first card you have your presence, the Two of Wands. Okay, so yeah, I keep on seeing the same thing. So I'm really sorry if this isn't resonating with you. These messages need to go out to someone, because I keep on seeing this very, very, very clearly here. It's this situation that no one has faith in but you. Okay, so yeah, there is this kind of a stuck thing. So I'm getting this stuck feeling as well, which is what I've seen in the Five of Swords, and on also the Knight of Pentacles. That's kind of stuck sitting there. It's like a little bit of a bottleneck, if that's making sense. Something just needs to be pushed, and then everything will start to open up to you again. A bit like this landscape's kind of opening up in front of this man. And yeah, again, I'm seeing a phone call. You actually have to make a phone call. And you might be avoiding this. You might be thinking, oh, I just don't want to do that. So I don't know why. It's like this bad feeling. You're like, oh, I don't want to do that. So if this resonates, make that a phone call, please. You know, emails, messages, that's not going to work. You might have tried to email, message, you haven't got an answer. You have to call. That's what I'm seeing. You have to talk to someone. You have to have someone listening to you. So I know that's specific. I keep on seeing that very, very, very clearly. So that has to go out to someone. I'm also seeing a love situation here. I think you're thinking about someone, you're wondering about something, you're kind of wondering, you might be a little bit half-hearted, thinking, do I want this, do I not? I think you might have put someone out of your mind for a while. This sounds horrible, but that's what I'm seeing. You know, for one, you have this other problem going on, so that's been taking up a lot of your mind space. Also, I don't know if this person travels, or maybe they come from somewhere, maybe they come from a different country or a different culture or something like that, because I'm seeing some traveling here or coming from far away. Yeah, I'm getting this feeling that you are far away from them, probably now actually, and you communicate a lot by text. But I think for some reason lately, you haven't been communicating as much as you usually do. Excuse me. So for one, you've had this situation, but I also think you're kind of a little bit, do I want to be with this person or not? You're kind of tossing things up. You don't know, a bit like this man, you know, one's ahead, another one's behind. So going, will I walk forwards or go back? I don't know. That's what I'm seeing again. So I think this person would like more communication from you. I think they might have been telling you that actually, but maybe in a subtle way, because they don't like to kind of upset you. They don't want to kind of tip things over. So they're quite moderate. They kind of follow you. They kind of take their cues from you. That's what I'm seeing. So they've been saying something, that they've been trying to let you know that they want more communication from you, but very subtly. So you might not have been picking up on that. Yeah, I keep on seeing you're in two minds about them, and also you've had so much on your mind with this other problem. Excuse me. Sorry. So yeah, they're probably going to start to up the communication a bit more. And I think that's what they do. They start to up things and then they kind of back off a bit because they're a bit worried. So yeah, they're going to be quite obvious when they do this time. They might be feeling a little bit frustrated with you as well because they're really feeling this lack of communication coming from you. That's what I'm seeing there. So get ready for them to up this. Excuse me, I'm sorry about that. The next card you have here present is the Emperor. Okay, this is a bit strange. And it's going to sound quite bad, but it's not really. Yeah, the Emperor is obviously in charge of things. He's the big boss. He's there. You know, he's in charge. So, yeah, this isn't going to sound so great, but I think you're actually in charge of this relationship. I know that sounds bad. I don't mean that you're kind of a big bossy dictator. It's not like that. You're actually the opposite of that. But I think in a kind of a quiet way, in a kind of a subtle way, you sort of control the dynamic of things and where things go and how quickly things happen, whether this happens, how it progresses. Now, I don't think you mean to do that on purpose. Maybe you do, I don't know. But they kind of like to follow you. I'm seeing that again. Now, yeah, again, you're not controlling, but there's kind of an unwritten thing going on here. They follow your cues. I'm seeing that again. And I think it does frustrate them sometimes. So they come out of this, they talk to you, and then they go back in, they kind of fall back into place again. Because they don't want to lose what they have. They don't want to lose what they have. Now, what I'm seeing here is they don't want to lose this. They don't want to kind of fall out of line and kind of jeopardize what they have. But for you, I keep on seeing that you're kind of in two minds. So, you know, I think what's happening here is, I think they might be in a little bit deeper emotionally than you are. That's what I'm seeing. So, yeah, I think you might actually have to be a bit more open with them than you are. That's what I'm seeing. I'm seeing a little bit of an out of balance situation, a little bit of an unfair situation, actually. I don't want to tell you off, but that's what I'm seeing. You need to be really fair to this person. If you're not sure of things, you need to tell them because they're absolutely sure. That's what I'm seeing. Excuse me again. So the last card you have here present is the Seven of Pentacles. So there might be some kind of subconscious thing in you that you do like to keep the upper hand when it comes to relationships. That's what I'm seeing. Now, don't be upset. Don't say, that's not me, I don't do that. Because I think this is something that's kind of a little bit in your subconscious. You might not realize this is what's happening. Because I think you've been hurt before. I think that someone in your past had the upper hand in a relationship with you. They were very, very difficult. It was a nightmare situation. They were quite cruel to you, actually. And you might have had in your head after that, I'm not going to let anyone have the upper hand ever again. I'm going to have the upper hand. Now, I don't think you said this to you. Again, I think this is in your subconscious. So you're always wanting to kind of go, no, I'm not going to be in that again. I'm not going to be in that again. That's kind of in the back of your mind all the time. I don't think you realize you're doing this, actually. But what you need to remember is, your ex is not this new person. Your ex is not anyone else that comes along. They're a completely different person. This is a different person. You just need to know that. You just need to hear that, I think, if you are subconsciously doing this. So the other thing I'm seeing is, I think there's still this long waiting time ahead of you. This card's about, you know, planting a seed, growing this bush. This man's waiting. He's waited a long time and he's getting his results. So you're going to have this result. If you wait for a long time, it might be frustrating for you right now. You're waiting for this thing to come in. Now, if you know you've done everything you need to do, if you put the work in like this man, it is going to come in for you. You're going to get this reward. Again, this is about money. This is a money card again. But just remember, once this does come through, you'll be able to move out of this situation. Again, I'm getting this reminder. I keep on seeing this. Make some phone calls. Make some phone calls. I keep on seeing that you're kind of avoiding this, like, oh, I just have a bad feeling, I don't want to talk to anyone. Maybe there's someone you don't like talking to on the other end of the line, I don't know. But you've got to make this phone call, because I think that's what's going to speed this up for you. That's what's going to get you out of this. It's going to start the process. It's like dominoes. You're going to start pushing a little domino, and it's going to set everything going for you. So, keep that in mind. I think you've got to do this if that resonates with you. All right, so the first card you have for your future is the Ten of Pentacles. Yeah, so there's money all over this reading, everywhere. And I think there's money everywhere here, because these are reminders. They're reminding you that you're on the right track. You'll get this coming in, and you'll be able to move forward. So if your instincts are sincerely telling you that you're doing the right thing, all you need to do is just wait. If you've done everything you're supposed to do, especially if you made these phone calls that I keep on seeing, sit and wait. You've done the right thing. This will come in, and then you'll get this big breakthrough, and then it'll all start to push forward for you. I'm actually looking at these three cards together. I'm seeing a clear sequence here, 1, 2, 3. So I think I'm just going to talk about the three of them together. So, okay, so with the Ten of Pentacles, that can be about a slow building up of things. You've been working through this process slowly on your own. Again, I don't think you have many people around you who understand what you're doing. Maybe you don't have anyone at all around you who understands this. You're by yourself, because that's what I was seeing in the Star card. This woman's by herself. If you look at the coins on this card as well, this is showing me the same thing. They're forming a barrier between us and the people in the card. So this problem and the money that you're waiting for, it's kind of separating you from other people. So you're in this by yourself. But then once you have this breakthrough, and you will, because you have the Sun card here, which is about a breakthrough. There's a wall in this card. The child's broken through the wall into freedom. That's what's going to happen to you. And of course, then, you have the Three of Cups, which is all about celebrating. It's about celebrating a harvest, celebrating an abundance. So it's really, really clear to me that this is all going to happen in this sequence. And this is as you imagine it as well, I think. This is what you're kind of hoping for in the Star card. I know this reading is very, very specific. It might be a bit confusing if it doesn't resonate to you, but I know it's really strange, but I have to say what I see. So, and it's very, very clear. This is all very clear to me. So, yeah, I just hope the right person hears this message, because someone knows this. Their instincts are telling them to follow this path, even though every single person around them is saying, don't do this, don't do this, don't do this. So if everything I'm seeing here is correct, you are right. So follow your path, follow your instincts. You're going to get out of this, and you're going to prove every wrong wrong. Everyone. You're going to prove everyone wrong. There are a lot of people around you going, you can't do this. No, give up. No, don't give up. You will get through this, and they'll all be very, very surprised. That's what I'm seeing. So Aquarius, I know this was very specific. I hope it resonated with someone. Someone had to hear this. But as you know, general readings can't always resonate with everyone. But again, if you like this reading, please like, subscribe, leave a comment if you'd like to. And yeah, thank you so much for watching.